Hmm. Dust on the page, static in the air. Must be time for another story. Hello there. I'm Khee, Locke's archivist interpreter. That means I do the reading, he does the scribbling, and together we bring you tales pulled from places most folks wouldn't dare dig. Now, usually Locke's writings are full of caves and curses and very stabby goblins, but not today. Today's tale comes from a distant world, one once brimming with life and technology, but now left cracked and scorched by nuclear war and fallout. From the ashes of that ruined civilization came many strange creations, and few are quite as oddly endearing or terrifying as the Protectron. So let's crack open the vault door, brush off the radiation, and take a closer look at these plodding metal custodians from a long-dead age. Among the many mechanical constructs developed before the collapse, few were as ubiquitous or as strangely enduring as the Protectron. Designed and distributed by Robco Industries, the Protectron was intended to be an affordable and versatile work drone capable of handling a wide range of civilian tasks. From construction to office work to security. That's one resume. Hope they didn't try doing all three at once. Production of Protectrons began as early as 2063. These bipedal machines were compact in design, with two arm-mounted manipulators and built-in laser modules for basic self-defense. Wait, they gave the accountant a laser cannon? Bold strategy. The central dome atop the unit houses its primary optic array, usually a cluster of 3 sensors, as well as the robot's central processing core, including its synthetic personality module. They gave them personalities? I hope at least one of them hated their job just a little. Adds realism. Power was supplied via a fission battery for ease of maintenance. While not intended for frontline combat, Protectrons were designed to be resilient enough to endure environmental hazards and minor damage during their duties. So, like a walking office assistant with radioactive stamina, got it. Their outer shells were thin alloy, just enough to protect their internals, but certain Protectron models could internally reach temperatures as high as 1,000 degrees Celsius, particularly those designed for food preparation. Most models had a dome made from reinforced glass, either semi-transparent or opaque, to protect the head assembly. Prior to the war, various upgrades and modifications were developed to improve their functionality across specialized roles. Yes, various upgrades. That's ominous robot speak for we added buzz saws. While the standard Protectron model was widely used, Robco Industries offered a broad range of variant designs, tailored for specialized roles. Construction units featured reinforced heads, shielding, emergency lighting systems, and integrated power tools, such as nail guns. Nail guns. Nothing says workplace safety like a robot shooting nails at 200 miles per hour. Firefighting models were equipped with internal cryo guns for fire suppression, along with added resistance to flame and debris. Medical units included built-in defibrillators, used both for patient revival and, in some cases, pacification. Not even gonna ask why a medical unit would need to pacify or what exactly that means. Law enforcement variants were further reinforced. Stronger servo motors, tasers, and armored cranial units allowed them to subdue targets more efficiently. Robotic riot control. I bet they handed out citations with extreme prejudice. Even factory-based Protectrons could be extensively customized with alternate software and synthetic personalities, allowing for improved functionality in private and public sectors alike. That's right. Your government assistant and your exterminator might have had the same hardware, just different SAS levels. Examples include the R04V9 Office Helper, featuring Office protocol integration and task scheduling software. Reminder, your 2 p.m. dismemberment has been moved to 2:30. The RS3V 4.1.6 Utility Helper featured remote routine downloads and pest extermination protocols. Remote extermination. That's either for rats or really fast interns. Then there was the RX2 V1.1.6.4 Vault Helper, programmed with vault-specific protocols, suitable for use in deep sub-shelter operations and long-term habitation support. Oh, so that's who keeps refilling the toothbrush dispenser in those creepy underground bunkers. Metro Protectrons. In Washington, D.C., specialized Metro Protectrons were deployed throughout the city's subterranean transit system. These units were programmed to check for Metro tickets, often demanding proof of purchase before allowing individuals to pass. Failure to produce a valid ticket would trigger hostile behavior, resulting in an immediate and often violent enforcement response. So basically, if you forgot your train pass, the fare inspector vaporized you. Neat. Nuka-Cola security units. Within the facilities of the Nuka-Cola Corporation, corporate-branded security protectrons were commissioned. Painted with bright red highlights and emblazoned with the company's logo, these units were designed for brand-consistent security presence within production zones. Nothing says family-friendly soda empire like a laser-armed mascot guarding the syrup tanks. Protectron Mark Series, Big MT. At the research facility known as Big Mountain, referred to by some as Big MT, scientists conducted numerous experiments in robotic enhancement, including several advanced iterations of the Protectron model. The resulting Protectron Mark series consisted of 6 unique variants, each designed to exceed the performance parameters of the standard Robco model. 6 versions, because clearly one flavor of unblinking death wasn't enough. Locke didn't list them here, so maybe we'll dig into each of those another day, once I've stocked up on lead aprons and regrets. The widespread deployment of Protectrons had a deeply harmful effect on the human workforce in pre-war America. While corporations publicly insisted that robotic labor was not intended to replace human workers, sure. And I only accidentally inked over Locke's map 3 times. The reality was stark. Companies that implemented Protectron fleets often saw mass layoffs within weeks of automation. Yeah, that tracks. In one such instance, a steel mill in Pittsburgh initiated full automation, citing budgetary concerns and the need to shut down the plant. The result was the complete termination of its workforce. When displaced workers responded with an occupation strike, tensions escalated and eventually turned violent. Locke writes, rather than negotiate or de-escalate, the company allowed its new Protectron fleet to enter the facility. And they opened fire. Dozens of workers were gunned down inside the very plant they had built with their own hands, all for standing where they used to work. It's easy to joke about clunky robot helpers and fry-cooking cryo cannons until you get to this part. Whatever synthetic smiles they were programmed with, they weren't built for mercy. And whoever sent them in knew that. Man. Robots taking over human jobs, yeah, right, like that's ever gonna happen. All right. Now let's take a look at a few of the more peculiar Protectrons cataloged across the ruins. Some of these entries, escalate quickly. Buddy. Drinkin' Buddy, also known simply as Buddy, is a modified Protectron discovered in the basement of the Shamrock Tap House. This unit began as a consumer model robot manufactured by Robco Industries. Its internal systems were stripped out and replaced with a custom, miniaturized micro-brewing unit fabricated from unlicensed components, effectively voiding the manufacturer's warranty. This brewing module allows Buddy to flash ferment mash and produce ice-cold alcohol at an accelerated rate. Okay, wait, hang on. Somebody turned a robot into a walking brewery? He voided his warranty for beer. That's actually kind of poetic. This is the kind of innovation the world ended for. NIRA. NIRA, the Nuka World Informational Robot Assistant, is a modified Protectron assigned to serve as a tour guide in the Nuka World amusement park. The robot was designed to promote the Park Medallion Collection Challenge and provide cheerful, interactive information to guests. However, it was regarded as creepy by some park staff and was observed multiple times banging on the locked doors of the Nuka World power plant, raising concerns about improper reprogramming. Following the Great War, NIRA continues to perform its assigned duties, despite tampering by a raider faction, which reduced its operating efficiency to 61%. This tampering was allegedly performed to provide a personality upgrade, which has resulted in occasional outbursts wherein NIRA snaps at visitors or threatens to kill them. Okay, wow, so she's still working the job, still handing out medallions, and also casually threatening death. Park magic. I mean, I respect the commitment. I do, but yikes. Insult bot? Heh. Awesome. Insult Bot was a prototype social experiment created by the Robotics Club at Watauga High School with sponsorship from Robco Industries. It was programmed with a 3-phase behavioral loop: data collection, data analysis, and insult delivery. The bot's objective was to observe a target, generate a personalized insult, deliver it, and then record the emotional response for later analysis. So, this robot was literally built to roast people? Like it studies you and then burns you? That's just mean. I would absolutely have built one. Fisto. Fisto, short for Fully Integrated Security Technotronic Officer, is a unique Protectron-class robot located within Cerulean Robotics. It is the only intact, though incomplete, unit in its facility. Programmed to use operating system version 0.6.0.3, Fisto was developed prior to the Great War. It has been reprogrammed to serve as a robotic pleasure unit. I'm sorry, what? A security robot that's also for pleasure. Named Fisto. Locke, why is this in the archive? Why is this in the archive? No, it's fine. I'm fine. I just, need a cold oil bath and 5 minutes of silence. Takahashi. Takahashi is a Protectron-class chef operating power noodles in the heart of Diamond City's market. The unit has been active and stationary for over 15 years. Its sole task is to stir an unidentified substance in a large pot continuously. Takahashi is capable of speech, but only repeats a single phrase, "Nan ni shimasho ka?" That's it? That's all he says, and he just stirs forever? Honestly, same. Whew, that was a ride. From beer boss to tour guides with murder issues to whatever Fisto is. Turns out the Protectrons weren't just tools. They were weird, broken, beautifully strange little snapshots of a world trying to hold itself together with circuits, duct tape, and denial. And hey, I might not be from that world, but I get it. You take a pile of junk, give it a job, and hope it doesn't threaten to vaporize the customers. Relatable. Personally, I think I'd get along great with Nira. We could hand out trinkets, threaten tourists, and maybe scream into the void a little. You know, bonding. Locke, can we get a Nira? What do you mean one already is enough? Anyway, thanks for sticking with me through the metal, mayhem, and microwave revenge units. I'll be back soon with another tale. And who knows where Locke will send me next. Until then, on behalf of me and the Chronicler, God bless.